Kung Abante asked me how many years those do still I have with the PNP, I answered, I still have 4 years before my retirement. Then he made a remark, pwede ka pang maging general. I humbly responded to him, masaya na ako sa ranggo ko, sir. Pagkatapos nito, sir, uuwi na lang ako at magtatanim na lang ako ng kamote sa amin.
Ito ang Wow Trending. Isang police colonel na si Hector Grijaldo inexpose ang ginawa ng 2 congressman sa kanya sa Quadcom. Noong October 16, 2024, inimbitahan ng Quadcom si Police Colonel Grijaldo sa investigasyon ng House of Representatives sa War on Drugs AGK ni former President Rodrigo Roa Duterte. Kasama niya ang iba pang mga iniimbestigahang mga pulis sa panahon ni Tatay Digong na sangkot daw sa AGK ng Administrasyong Duterte. Matapos na matanong ng mga congressman sa pagdinig, isang security personnel daw ang lumapit sa kanya na ipinatawag daw siya ni Congressman Dan Fernandez. Pagpasok ni Police Colonel Grijaldo sa room, nakita niya ang 2 abogado ni Police Colonel Garma. Maya-maya pa, pumasok na sa nasabing room si Congressman Dan Fernandez at sumunod naman na pumasok si Bishop Congressman Benny Abante. At dito na ipinakita ni Congressman Dan Fernandez ang ginawa nilang affidavit na siyang babasahin daw ni Police Colonel Grijaldo sa Quadcom. Ayon pa nga daw kay Congressman Dan Fernandez na sabihin mo lang na alam mo ang reward system sa panahon ni former President Rodrigo Roa Duterte. Confirm mo lang, dahil nga medyo nagdududa si Police Colonel Grijaldo sa ipinapabasa sa kanya na affidavit na hindi naman siya ang gumawa. Humingi siya ng kopya nito para basahin pero hindi siya binigyan ni Congressman Dan Fernandez. Ayon pa nga sa abogado ni Police Colonel Garma na ikaw lang ang pwedeng magsabi niyan, sabi ni Police Colonel Garma. Sa pagdinig din na ito, umiyak si Police Colonel Garma at tuluyan ang inilaglag si former President Rodrigo Roa Duterte at ang nakakagulat, dinamay pa ang Iglesia ni Cristo. Hindi umubra ang tangkang pag-utos ni Congressman Dan Fernandez at Congressman Abante kay Police Colonel Grijaldo. Kahit pa sinabihan siya na pwede ka pang maging general, uuwi na lang daw siya sa kanila at mamuhay ng tahimik at magtatanim na lang daw siya ng kamote.
Go ahead. Allow me to read, Your Honors, my affidavit. I, Police Colonel Hector U. Grijaldo, 3rd Level Officer, presently assigned a Personal Holding Administrative Unit, Camp Crame, Quezon City, after duly sworn to, under oath and in accordance with law, to hereby depose and states that I've been dedicated to public service for almost 30 years, and since I took my oath as cadet on June 1, 1995. On October 16, 2024, I was again invited as a resource person in the 9th Joint Public Hearing of Committees on Dangerous Drug, Public Order, Safety and Human Rights, and Public Accounts of the House of Representatives scheduled on October 22, 2024 at 9:30 a.m. I, together with other invited PNP personnel, attended the joint hearing in the House of Representatives. After I answered question related to extrajudicial killings and the reward system, I was approached by a security personnel while I was seated in one of the witnesses during the hearing. The said person told me that I was summoned by Congressman Dan Fernandez. I went out of the room with the security personnel. When we were outside, he told me to go to the left corridor and proceed straight to the end room. While walking, I saw other witnesses who were standing in the corridor, including my classmate, Major Portalesa and Captain Anoba, who was wearing a PNP uniform, and the latter acknowledged me by saluting. When I entered the room, I saw 2 lawyers of Police Colonel Garma standing inside the room. One of the lawyers approached me and then asked me what we are going to talk about. I said, I do not know. After a while, Kong Dan Fernandez entered the room and he asked me to sit beside him on his right side. And then Kong Abante entered the room, sat far end of the chair on the right. One of the lawyers of Police Karma stood near at my back. Kong Dan Fernandez put the paper he was holding on the table and told me, ito ang sasabihin mong statement na ito, while pointing on the paragraph on the paper. Ito ang supplemental affidavit ni Colonel Garma. Sabihin mo, alam mo ang reward system. I-confirm mo lang. Kong Dan told me to read the said affidavit. However, I asked the copy of affidavit he was showing to me to read it. He did not give it to me. The lawyer of Police Colonel Garma said, ikaw lang ang pwedeng magsabi niyan, sabi ni Colonel Garma. I was puzzled and I asked myself, why me? I respectfully told him that I cannot confirm. They are saying as I have not read the affidavit. We went silent for a while. And then Kong Dan Fernandez said, while holding the affidavit, saan ka pwede? Dito, noong 1999, about DDS, alam mo to, pulis ka na sa Davao nito. I politely told him that I was not still with the PNP because I was working with the Bureau of Jail Management and Penology in 1999 that time. After some time, Kong Abante asked me how many years do still I have with the PNP. I answered, I still have 4 years before my retirement. Then he made a remark, pwede ka pang maging general. I humbly responded to him, masaya na ako sa ranggo ko, sir. Pagkatapos nito, sir, uuwi na lang ako. At magtatanim na lang ako ng kamote sa amin. The cordial conversation between us continued. And I felt that they wanted me to convince me to do what they wanted me to do. Then Kong Abante asked me where I serve as a chief of police. To which I answered, Mandaluyong City Police Station, sir. Kong Abante then persuaded me by saying, ikaw naman, Colonel, ganito na lang. Alangan namang walang insidente o pangyayari sa panahon na yon. I answered, and I served as a COP in Mandaluyong during the COVID-19 pandemic, and there were less crime committed. And we did not receive any reward from anyone. I added that we only received funds, additional MOA or support fund from the Peace and Order Fund of the LGU. I then respectfully told Kong Dan Fernandez that anybody can debunk my statement if I confirm the testimony of Colonel Garma about the DDS in 1999, since I was not a member of PNP at the time. And I have no personal knowledge as to the reward system. Additionally, I said, the work of the policeman are noble and requires great sacrifice, even without the reward or award. It is our moral obligation and a call of duty to serve our country and people. Then Kong Dan asked me, si Colonel Garma, anong masabi mo sa kanya sa Barayuga? I politely told him I cannot comment on the case. When I respectfully answered him, Sir, mahirap yan. Kasama kami sa nag-iimbestiga at hindi ko alam kung anong kinalaman niya at may investigasyon din sa amin, baka ma-incriminate ako, sir. After the discussion, they did not give me a copy of the second affidavit of Police Colonel Garma. I felt that I disappointed them. Kong Dan Fernandez and Kong Abante left the room, while I and the two lawyers of Police Colonel Garma stayed in the room for a while. I presume that they are about to present the second affidavit of Police Colonel Garma. I asked the two lawyers of Police Colonel Garma why they have chosen me. They did not answer me and just stared at me. And that I went back to the hearing room. When I went back to the hearing room, I immediately called the attention of Police Colonel Lito Patay, who were sitting behind the witness table. We proceeded at the back of the lobby area when they suspended the hearing. I confided and discussed to him what happened in the room with Kong Dan Fernandez and Kong Abante and the two lawyers of Police Colonel Garma. That's all, Mr. Chair.
Thank you, Colonel Grijaldo. What motivated you to speak before this committee?
The time, Your Honor, I was insulted and it is very offensive. And I think it is inappropriate for anyone to act like that.
Meaning, you feel that you are being coached to make that statement?
Yes, Your Honor. I feel I've been corrupted to make that statement, Your Honor. Just because that time, habang nag-uusap-usap, habang nagkakaroon ng deliberation doon sa hearing, Your Honor, hindi ko alam kung may present nila si Colonel Garma that time, Your Honor, na mag-aano ng second supplemental, ay yung supplemental affidavit niya.
So do you feel harassed? Did you feel harassed?
It's an harassment and very offensive, Your Honor, and uncalled for anybody. That time, I was wearing my uniform.
You're wearing your
As
uniform
police officer.
and you are being told to lie.
Parang
Am I correct?
gusto nilang magsisinungaling po ako, Your Honor.
So, Colonel Grijaldo, I would like to thank you for your courage. I'm sure maraming police ngayon nanonood. And if you have observed, mabuti na nagsalita ka. Dahil if you have observed, the way they are treating policemen in the Quadcom, it's very hard. I feel them. I feel them. Because naging police din ako. Kapag sasabihan ka lang, answer yes or no. You can only answer yes or no. You're not allowed to explain yourself. So, para bang you are being deprived. You are being deprived of your right to explain yourself. Kaya lalong-lalo na kapag ikaw itinuturuan na itong sasabihin mo, itong paragraph sasabihin mo, o dito, pwede ka ba dito? So, that's very inappropriate and it's very irregular for a lawmaker making an investigation in aid of legislation to make that kind of approach to a resource person na parang pinipilit na itong sabihin mo, iko-coach ka, ito, pwede ka ba dito? Parang lumalabas na meron talaga silang preconceived na goal na kung anong dapat lang mahit dito, kaya ginaguide yung magiging statement mo. Am I correct?
Yes, Your Honor.
So ngayon, Mr. Chairman, kung nakikinig yun ang Philippine National Police, lalong-lalo na yung liderato ng Philippine National Police, I don't know what's his reaction with the statement of Grijaldo, because Colonel Grijaldo is just, well, I congratulate him for being so courageous enough to speak up for the truth in behalf of all the policemen na parang winawalang hiya sa mga tao na dapat hindi magwalang hiya sa inyo. Ay, kung nakikinig yun ang Chief PNP, I hope this is your person, this is your man. Dapat dipinsahan ninyo ito. Huwag ninyo itong ilagay sa litsunan. Huwag nyo ilitson itong tao na ito. Because he's standing for the PNP. Na dapat hindi ganun ang treatment ng mga resource person pagdating sa investigation. Kasi parang ang baba ng tingin sa inyo, ng nag-iimbestiga sa inyo. Yun lang ang nakikita ko. Masyadong mababa. That's all, Mr. Chairman.
Thank you,
Congratulations. And we'd like to thank you for standing up.
Your time has also expired. But sige, the long and short of it, yung may maikling kwento, kasi hindi ko naman napanood buong Quadcom, kayo ba ay tumistigo sa Quadcom din, finally? Nagsalita rin kayo ron?
Yes, sir. We were already at the...
Nag-affidavit ka doon? Nagsabit ka
Wala po kaming in-affidavit ko just sa...
so, ilang tanong lang ang sinagot mo doon? Ilang tanong? Tungkol saan? Anong topic?
The last time that I was asked by Congressman Paduano, it's all about the operation sa Oron, Your Honor.
Oron?
Sa Oron, yes,
One particular operation?
Yeah.
Sa first appearance mo? Second appearance mo? Anong topic?
Your Honor, the first appearance on September 27, it's all about about EGK that time, Your Honor.
Sige, basta wala kang affidavit, so makikita na natin. Okay, so my colleagues, the President is getting tired. So kung meron tayong questions for the address to the former President, tanungin na lang natin. Sir, okay ka lang, sir?
Sir, I'm good until 4 o'clock.
Yeah, I know.
5 na, sir. 5 na.
Totoo, sir.
4 a.m.
4 a.m.
He's referring to 4
Hindi
a.m.
ako nagpapatawa.
Yes, I know that, Mr. President.
Mr. Chairman,
Okay, so-
just to clarify, and I hope I didn't miss anything. When Colonel Grijaldo made mention about him being asked to lie and being asked to be influenced by a legislator, he is by himself, Mr. President.
Can you answer the
There's
question?
no one in the room who can
Witness. Sino daw naka-witness ng exchange
Is
na
there
yun?
anyone, sir?
At present the time, the two lawyers of Colonel Garma, they were on the right side of at the back that time, Your Honor, because it was discussed in the table on this place, and it was shown to them also. It can be seen by the two lawyers, because we are only 5 in the room, Your Honor.
And seen and heard
Yes, Your Honor.
the words that you uttered a while ago.
Just because one of the lawyer reacted when I refused to confirm the statement, because the holdings of this paper, Your Honor, like this, it was on the second page, and I've seen some notes or names, and my name was indicated in that statement. So when I rejected, or I don't want to say rejected, parang nag-explain na ako na hindi ko kayang i-confirm yung statement na yun.
And what was the
Sabi niya,
reaction again? The reaction of the lawyer said,
hindi na rin sila umimik, Your Honor. Kasi yun lang naman gusto nila na mag-collaborate do sa statement na pinabit ni Colonel Garma.
thank you, Mr.
Okay,
Chair.
so can we now entertain questions directed to the former President? Ano, sir? You're right. Wait a minute.
Yes,
Mr.
sir.
President raising his hand. Yes, sir.
Thank you for giving me the time. I'd like to ask the Colonel, sino yung idiot na superior mo?
What is the question, sir? Who is the superior of...
Yes, the one who... Alam mo ano ang ginawa nung ulol na yon? Subornation of perjury. That is a crime. Tingnan mo sa revised penal code. Subornation.
Okay po, I think you already stated it, Colonel Grijaldo. Nasagot na po niya, Mr. President. Nasa testimony na po niya. Sige po, can we now proceed? Who has questions for the former President?
Mr. Chair,
Oh,
I'd like to make it clear na yung ginawa ng idioto na opisyal mo o classmate mo.
Sir,
was-
it's not officer, congressman. Congressman ang nagsabi sa kanya. Ganun, congressman.
Yung idioto na congressman, subornation o perjury yan. He was suggesting, the mere suggestion of what he wants you to do is already a crime. Under the revised penal code, yung inuudyok mo yung tao na mag-execute ng affidavit falsely or making a false narrative, subornation of perjury.
yes, that's a crime under the
Yes.
revised penal code.
Yes, sir.
Thank you. Sige sir, because we are operating under no time constraints. So sabi ko kanina hanggang 3 o'clock lang tayo. But sige, but
Quick,
can we,
gusto ko lang habulin yung classmate mo. Yung congressman. Parang papailan ko ng kaso. Total, hindi ko na kailangan yung affidavit mo. Your narrative here is under oath. Hindi ko na kailangan yung affidavit mo. All I have to do is to take out your statement, the basis of filing a case of subornation.
our transcript of records will be available to anyone who will request, Mr. President. Okay, Committee Secretary. A transcript natin available to everyone. Okay, so anybody?
Your Honor.
Senator Risa? Can we...
Your Honor.
What is it about, ma'am?
About subornation of perjury.
We all know about the theory
I
about
just wanted to
subornation.
say na ganun din po ang ginawa nila.
Okay.
Subornation of perjury.
Sige po. Thank you. Thank you. Senator Risa Ontiveros is recognized.
Salamat kaayo, Mr. Chair. So, bago po magsimula, gusto ko lang pong ipaalala sa ating lahat na seryosong usapin ito. At tiwala ako sa chair ng subcom na seryoso tayo dito. At hindi ko po na-appreciate ang napaka-casual na mga sagot ni dating presidente tungkol sa patayan. At tumatawa at pumapalakpak pa ang ilang kasama dito sa session hall. So siguro, tigilin na natin yung nakasanayan natin na normalize at gawing katatawanan ng patayan. Sir, sabi nyo, when you are confronted by a criminal, you must overcome the resistance. Ibig po ba sabihin na lahat ng na EJK may barel? Kasi kung gano'n, nasa na po kaya yung mga barel? Dapat may libo-libo ng barel sa custody ng PNP. Do you have any thought on that?
No, that is you're asking somebody somewhere or to make an accounting which is not possible. That your question cannot be answered here.
All right, sir. So, but I think it can be questioned kung hindi nyo kayang i-address, itatanong po namin sa PNP. Sabi nyo rin po kanina, you take full legal responsibility for the consequences of the drug war.
Yes.
Kanina rin,
Yes.
kanina rin sabi nyo maraming mali. No? So, halimbawa, si Kian de los Santos, menor de edad, hindi armado, nagmamakaawa, pero pinatay ng mga pulis sa drug war.
Oh.
Do you take responsibility for the death of Kian de los Santos?
The criminal act, hindi naman siguro.
The death. You take responsibility for his death.
Walang maniwala na abogado sa akin yan. That
Hindi
would
po,
be
sir.
a long shot.
Hindi po abogado. Nandito pa lang tayo
I
sa
was
Senado, hindi sa
referring
Korte.
to the policy na ginawa ko para sa mga pulis.
Yes, sir.
Sabi
At
ko,
nagbunga
for that,
yung
I
polisiya.
take full responsibility
Yes,
for
and
that.
what about yung bunga ng polisiya na libo-libong namatay kasama si Kian de los Santos? Do you also take full responsibility for that. Because in October 2020, na-quote po kayo na sinabi nyo, if there's killing there, I'm saying I'm the one. You can hold me responsible for anything, any death that has occurred in the execution of the drug war. Noong October ulit, October 21, nung 2021 naman, in a Reuters interview, kinwote kayo na sinabing, if there is any person who is going to prison, it would be me. I assume full responsibility. So, do you assume responsibility for the death of Kian De Los Santos, Mr.
No.
Chair? No. How about si Carl Anthony
Alam mo, ma'am,
Nunez?
before you rumble on those many things.
No, I'm not rambling, Mr. Chair. Very specific yung mga tanong ko.
Specific ang law. Guilt is personal. Tanong ka muna ng abogado.
Okay lang po. Kayang-kaya kong magtanong sa abogado. Sige,
tanong ka
itanong
muna
ko
ngayon
po.
before we proceed.
No.
Hindi tayo
I have prepared
dito.
these questions with my
Guilt
legislative
is
staff.
personal.
Yes, it's very personal.
Hindi
So,
mo pwedeng ipasa sa iba yan.
No, hindi po ito pagpasa.
kaya
Iniimbestiga
nga.
po ng Blue Ribbon yung war on drugs at yung naging bunga na extrajudicial killings dyan. And I am basing my question dun sa mga sinabi ninyo repeatedly, parang tuwing Oktubre nga sinasabi nyo, na you will take responsibility.
Correct.
So, yes. So now let me ask you about Carl Anthony Nunez, 20 years old. Walang nahanap na droga o baril sa katawan niya. Sabi nga ng investigador, mistaken identity. Do you take responsibility for his death?
You know, ma'am, can I ask for a recess of just a
It's
few
all right,
minutes?
Mr. Chair.